Hi, this is Pastor Don. I just want to say thanks for clicking on the YouTube link off our website to watch the sermon. I hope you're blessed by it, and I hope you'll join us some Sunday at 9 or 11 or Monday night at 7. God bless.
I had a significant birthday this past week. I'm officially a senior citizen, 55 years old. I qualify for a discount on coffee at most places. Sad news is, the young ladies at Dunkin' Donuts have been offering the discount on the coffee for at least 3 years now. I presume that is pretty much based upon the way I look. If you might be wondering about how I look today with this is with permission from my wife. And I said, a little over a week ago, I was thinking about growing a playoff beard. And if the Steelers won last Saturday night, which they did, I would keep the beard going until they either lost, which they play again tonight, or until after the Super Bowl. And she said, boy, I think you should do that. I said, well, you do? She said, yeah, I'd like to see how much white is in it. So if you're sitting there going, I really can't see any beard, that's because there's a lot of white in it. And if you really hate it, then you have a reason to root for the Jets tonight, because if the Steelers lose, it's coming off. But if they win, if the Steelers win, we're going 2 more weeks at least. I'd like to tell you this morning that this year will be 40 years since I decided to become a Christian. Now, the last 2 weeks we have been talking about the influence we are on kids, teenagers, children's lives, and how you can be the right kind of influence. And I thought I just want to take a minute excuse me, and ask you, would you like to name somebody, would you like to give somebody the honor, whether they're here or not, and say their name as somebody who was a good influence on you in helping you get on the right path and point you to the Lord? That would be to your left and right? That would be Grandma and Grandpa. I hope my granddaughter says that about me someday. All right. Mother, Beer Platter, okay. I didn't hear you. Okay.
I had 2, my mother and Mrs. Platter.
All right. Mom and Dad. Now, don't you hope and wish, and don't you want to be the kind of person that, say 20, 30 years from now, somebody's asked that question and they say your name? Wouldn't that be great? That's the kind of person I want to be. Well, that's what we've been talking about the last 2 weeks, is being an example to teens and our kids, whether it's our children, grandchildren, nieces, nephews, the next door neighbor's kids, if we teach a Sunday school class, whatever it is, the kind of kids, the kids that we have kind of an influence over, being that kind of example. And with those 2 sermons, and with me having a significant birthday and becoming a senior citizen this past Tuesday, I've been doing some introspection. Like I said, it's also going to be 40 years since I became a Christian this coming September. Going to be 33 years that I've been in the ministry, 33 years that Mary and I will have been married this year. This year will be 32 years since I became a father. And so in those introspective moments, I would like to tell you that I stand before you this morning as a perfect disciple of Jesus. In fact, my life has been nothing but glory to glory to glory to glory. And I would like to tell you that in addition to being a perfect follower and disciple of Jesus, I have been a perfect pastor. I would also like to tell you I have been a perfect husband. I have been a perfect father. I've been a perfect neighbor. I've been a perfect employee. I have been absolutely perfect in every way. I would like to tell you that, but unfortunately, the truth is a little bit different. In fact, the truth is, I haven't been the person I should be all the time. I haven't been the disciple I should be. I haven't been the pastor I should be. I haven't been the husband I should be. I haven't been the father I should be. I haven't been the neighbor I should be. I haven't been the employee I should be. The truth is, I'm not perfect at anything. I would like to say I was, but I can't, because I'm not. But here's a conclusion I've come to. It's not about me being perfect. It's not about what I do. It's about what He has done. Because while I have not been the disciple, the husband, the father, the neighbor, the pastor that I should be, thankfully, Jesus has been the person He said He would be. He has never failed me. He has never broken a promise. He has never been inconsistent. He has been exactly who He said He would be. And when I take communion, one of the things that I remember is that it's not about me presenting myself to God and saying, "Here I am, aren't you fortunate to have me?" But it's about me coming to God and saying, "Thank you, how fortunate I am that you have been what you said you would be." There are a lot of folks, I think, who make the sorry mistake of thinking they've got to get themselves presentable to God and make themselves into what He wants, and then coming to Him instead of realizing that we come to Him and He helps make us into what He wants us to be. I hold some pretty high standards for myself on my life, the way, the things that I do, the things that I choose for entertainment. But the thing is, whatever those high standards are, and if I could reach them all the time, those standards fall far short of what He expects of me. And somebody has to make up the difference. Somebody has to bridge the gap. Somebody has to fill in what's missing, and that's what communion's about. It's not about looking to the left or right, or front or behind, and examining someone else, not even your spouse, not your kids, not your neighbor, not your brother or sister. It's about examining yourself. Communion, while offered to everybody, is not for everybody. I'll say that again. Communion, while offered to everybody, is not for everybody. It's not for you this morning if you have had repetitive sin in your life and you have no intention of changing. It's not for you if you're just doing it to make your spouse happy or your parents happy or your Sunday school teacher happy or the pastor happy. That's not for you if that's why you do it. It's for you if you say, "I have sinned and fallen far short of the glory of God. I am not perfect, but I accept God's perfection on my behalf." Marvin already read this for you at the beginning of the service. I just want to go back to it with what I've already said in mind from Psalm 18. "As for God, His way is perfect. The word of the Lord is flawless. He is a shield for all who take refuge in Him. For who is God besides the Lord? Who is the rock except our God? It is God who arms me with strength and makes my way perfect. His grace is sufficient for all of my needs. All the time. It's not a one-time event. You know, I look back to the September day when I was 15 years old, 1971. I remember it. It's burned into my brain. I remember what the sermon was about. I remember who preached it. I remember who I was sitting in church with. I remember what the weather was like. I remember what I did. And God changed my life on that day. But here's the thing. It wasn't that 40 years ago. Fast forward to now with no problems, no temptations. It also hasn't been with no growth. I'm a better Christian than I was 40 years ago, but not because of me. I'm more faithful than I was 40 years ago, but not because of me. Things that used to tempt me don't tempt me anymore. As I've exercised my faith muscles, they've gotten stronger. I used to worry about things that I don't worry about anymore because I've seen God answer prayers so many times. And in mine and Mary's life way back then, the number one thing often was money. Because we didn't have it. And we needed it. But we refused to stop tithing. God said, put me to the test in that area. And we did, and He passed. What we're going to do this morning is we're going to have you come up front, get the bread and the cup, take it back to your seat, and I'm going to ask you to just hold on to it until I give you instructions in a few minutes, okay?